Hi, everyone. My name is Jacob Young, and I have the honor to serve as the president of Ball State University Dance Marathon 2025. I wanted to put together this quick video presentation because we've had several questions with the deadline to apply to be a committee member coming up quick. I wanted to put together this quick video just to share a little bit more about what it means to be a committee member, a little bit more about our specific committees and their time commitments, as well as just some more about Dance Marathon. Feel free to skip around to wherever you feel that you need the information, or if you want to watch the whole thing, love that. Diving right in, I wanted to share a little bit about what is Dance Marathon. But to start, I thought I should share what our mission statement is. Our mission is to create a year-round fundraising and awareness effort to support the children and families at Riley Hospital for Children by unifying the Ball State University student body to create hope and healing, and together unite to change. We do all of these things very unilaterally throughout campus and throughout our year. But one of the big ones we like to bring attention to is we are both fundraising and awareness. A lot of times with the It's Marathon programs, you see them really emphasize the fundraising, but we also make sure, as well as lots of the dance marathons around our area, make sure hit awareness. We want to build that cause connection. We want you to know of the amazing things happening at Riley Hospital for Children, as well as we really try to focus on unifying our Ball State University student body. Dance Marathon is a place for everybody, and we want to make sure everyone feels welcome here so that we can all together change kids' health to change the future. So, what is Dance Marathon? You don't have to know how to dance, and you don't have to run. It's a kind of misleading name, but it encompasses us really well. Dance Marathon is year round. We're always doing different things to help support the children and families at Riley. We have special events that occur approximately monthly. We just a little bit ago had our back to school bash, which was an incredible event. It was a great way to kick off our school year. We have Miracle Maker meetings, which are when we bring all committee members together for a meeting. We do big touch bases on bigger topics, as well as we kind of build that inner committee bonding. We have Dine to Donates, where restaurants will give 20% or give a percentage of their sales back to the kids at Riley. Fundraising pushes, where we are doing that more fundraising based thing. Now, fundraising can be scary. It really can be sometimes, but we do our best to provide you with resources to help you learn how to fundraise. And these are really great skills that do continue to help you beyond just the Dance Marathon, as well as we have a great team of people here to help support you in that. We have committee meetings, which that is with your more subgroup. So we have our executive board, and then we have all of our amazing committees who fall under the executive board. And within that, those are all led to help build specific parts of our day of marathon, as well as specific parts of our year. We have a team competition so people can kind of compete, and it builds a little extra excitement around Dance Marathon. We build lots of cause connection. We're learning what's happening at the hospital and within Riley Children's Health and all these incredible things. And it helps build that really true connection to that cause, because we want you to be aware of what your funds are supporting, and we fund Dance Marathon and when we are doing these things. We have incredible merchandise, and you'll see it around campus. Trust me, it pops up all the time. As well as we do lots of recruitment, because we do want to make sure people know Dance Marathon is for everyone. And then over here, you'll see the words day of. Day of what, Jacob? Let me tell you. What is Day of Dance Marathon? It is an 8-hour event. This year will be on February 8th, 2025, and we cannot explain it enough with the amazing things that happen on Day of. So there's everything from a line dance created by our morale committee to games, food, inflatables, entertainment, such as we usually get a couple dance teams up there. Jump Rope Club loves to come, as well as many other entertainment options. We celebrate the incredible work we've done all year and continue to do, as well as the work they're doing at Riley Children's Health. We hear Riley stories, and we get to meet Riley families and get inspired by their incredible work that they are doing to continue to fight to change kids' health, to change the future, as well as we get to hear the incredible work happening at Riley Children's Health. And then there also is continuing that team competition, and it's a great opportunity to build community and more. In this email, I am going to go ahead and link the BSUDM 2024 wrap-up video. Not in that video is we do have a rave. It's an incredibly great time, as well as there's an awesome total reveal at the end to reveal how much money we've raised throughout the whole year. So what does it take to put on a dance marathon? We have year-round planning, events, and fundraising. These numbers are from last year, but we had a 17-person executive board, 50-plus committee members, and 5 incredible advisors supporting us. But they also recognize this is a student-run organization, so you will really get to develop those leadership skills, and you'll get to be creating a true impact within this. We have fantastic support from Ball State as well as Riley Children's Foundation and various campus and community partners, as well as it does take open-mindedness. Dance Marathon's a new idea for many people. For some people, you're coming from an older dance marathon, or you're coming from a newer dance marathon, or you're coming from a high school dance marathon, and you get to learn that each school does it just a little bit different. We have that cause at our heart. We keep that right at the center of what we do, but every school does it a little bit different, which makes it so cool because you always get to learn from other schools and you get to continue to develop your dance marathon to be the best it possibly can. So what are the committees? You keep hearing about committee members. What are these committees you would be on? They fall under 4 focuses: internal, external, finance, and membership development. Under internal, we have our Riley Relations Committee, which really focuses on building that connection with our Riley families, as well as education about Riley Children's Health. You'll get to learn a lot about what is happening at this incredible place that is Riley Hospital for Children and how our funds are directly supporting them. Then we have our Morale Committee. Morale is all about bringing the hype. Morale wants to keep energy all the time. They want to be at events, making sure people are having a good time. And Morale also creates our giant line dance that gets taught on day of. So maybe if you are a dancer and you're like, well, I do want to still do some dancing, well, this is a great one because you get to help choreograph that dance and create the mix for it. Under external, we have fantastic special events. And as I said, those happen approximately monthly, as well as there's some other ones sprinkled in there. Our Alumni Relations Committee focuses on building these great relationships with our incredible alumni from BSUDM. We are very fortunate to have such a supportive alumni network, and we continue to develop that and build those relationships. As well as that alumni committee continues to create opportunities for current students to transition into being an active alumni within BSUDM. As someone who's graduating this year, I know my time's not done with BSUDM because of our alumni committee. We have our brand management committee that really focuses on how are we getting BSUDM out there. They're going to work more on strategy with marketing and communications, as well as focusing on we have a long-term social media plan and making sure to focus on having newsletters and social media and making sure we're getting the BSUDM mission out there. Our finance committee includes merchandise, which is, as I said, we have lots of fantastic merchandise and they get to design that. Last year we had a crew neck, a t-shirt, a Stanley tumbler, as well as keychains and a few other things, all designed by our merchandise committee, and they get to put all that together. Our fundraising committee, as I mentioned, we do lots of fundraising here as well as that awareness side. The fundraising committee gets to kind of create those fundraising pushes. One Day for Change is one of our biggest fundraising pushes, and that committee really focuses on getting to build up those opportunities to fundraise as well as educate about how are we fundraising and how can we do better and work on that peer-to-peer side of it. We have our Marathon Relations Committee, and this team really focuses on our high schools. One thing that many people don't know is we partner with several high schools in our area and in kind of this northeastern area of Indiana. And they get a focus on building those relationships with those incredible high schools so that they then can also support Riley Hospital for Children. The Marathon Relations Committee is a little bit more spring heavy, seeing that that's when majority of our high schools happen. So this is a great one for underclassmen trying to get involved within BSUDM. But it still is a great committee for anyone too. Then we have our membership development focus. This includes student relations, which is really going to focus on recruitment as well as building genuine connection with people. We want to make sure people know that BSUDM is a space for all. That includes listening and making sure we're learning about what they would love to see out of BSUDM and getting to build those relationships. So student relations is a great opportunity to focus on that, as well as the recruitment side and getting to recruit teams and getting to get people involved early. And then we have our stewardship side, which is all about stewarding donors. We want to make sure people know that they are thanked for their donation. We want to make sure that we appreciate them. So that includes writing thank you notes, as well as getting to thank our corporate partners and as well as internal stewardship, because we need to make sure our internal teams know how incredible their work is as well. And that it really is making a difference for the children and families at Riley Hospital for Children. So what is the time commitment? That's another great question. In terms of meetings, one of our biggest ones a month is a Miracle Maker meeting. These are usually on the second Tuesday of the month, but sometimes this will change, and we'll do our best to communicate that as soon as possible. They're from 7 to 9 p.m. on that, and that's when we bring all committee members and executive board members together. And those meetings are both an opportunity to share those big announcements, as well as to do some of those bigger activities, including some of that fundraising training and things like that, as well as it's a good opportunity for some bonding. We have committee meetings, which are weekly or bi-weekly, dependent on the committee, but those are going to be your opportunity to focus in on those really specific things. So the merchandise committee, they really focus in on that designing. The fundraising committee is going to talk about what type of fundraising strategy are we utilizing leading up to One Day for Change, which sounds really big concepts, but we try to break it down in those committee meetings because you don't have to have that prior knowledge going in. We try to do all that extra training and things like that as you join a committee. And then lastly, there are events, and we do expect our committee members to try to make it to some of these events. That includes our special events monthly, Dine to Donates, fundraising pushes like One Day for Change, as I mentioned, and committee bonding. I will say we've had several questions about this commitment. We do recognize, one, you're a person first, then a student, then a member of student organizations. We really want to focus on allowing people to be that person, be that student, and also still be involved in other things on campus. So there is flexibility. The biggest thing we ask for is communication. We want to make sure that we know what's happening, because if you all of a sudden stop showing up, we're going to get really worried, and we're going to worry about you, and we want to make sure to check in on you. Whereas if you communicate, then it will be a-okay, and we can figure these things out. So we just ask for communication, but we are flexible with this and with our events and attending things like that. As I said, please just communicate. So with that, I'm going to start to wrap up. One thing I will mention is that in this email, there also is an opportunity to sign up to be on a committee and to apply. That is a quick application. It seems a little daunting, but it is fairly quick. And we're asking that information just because we do want to get to know you. Please, if you have no preference for a committee, there is that option on there. But if you see something and you're like, that really interests me, make sure to mention that in that application, because we would absolutely love to get to know more about it. If you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to contact me at bsudancemarathon@gmail.com. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you continue to have a great time as we're getting classes kicked off now. Thank you.